Drive and Warner Road. Is that maybe what you want?
East Warner?
Yeah?
Kind of, yeah.
Do you need something more than that?
Warner, yeah, no, actually, I'm good. So I take 10 over to Priest Drive, or Warner Drive.
Okay. I would send you the address so when you're ready to use GPS, you can.
They get these little caps, sprinkler things. You see that? Huh?
No.
Right here.
I put them in there?
Yeah.
Are you sure they're sprinklers? They're not Horizon wires? They have little Horizon flags on them.
It's Horizon.
Horizon.
Horizon. So I said Horizon.
Like
the Horizon?
Horizon, like fiber optics.
No, it actually says fiber.
So what's Horizon?
I have no idea. I can guarantee you the yard guys weren't the ones that was putting the
Fiber?
fiber in.
Maybe they were just in charge of digging a trench.
No. We've got the fiber little things in our yard. Which has me just questioning the whole thing. Isn't that past the easement? Huh?
Did I?
Don't you get asked questions like that?
No, I didn't have departments, honey.
No, but you answer the phones.
I answer the phone, they give it to the right department.
Because of the way that's shown is basically equivalent to being in our backyard. Did you download that app? One that you sent me? You using it?
I am. The 7 times I've opened up Facebook since I downloaded the app. I'm only allowed to open it 17 times.
And it's only 10:20. But if you open it and you never close it, then that's only once, right? Is that how you?
No, I locked my phone. Click on it again because it knows.
Oh, just on the side of that bus. The woman at Viva something. Law office.
Alright, can I talk to you about this candle while you're at the stoplight?
Okay.
So this candle is in another in their Fox group, where the guy, he says, I waited all day yesterday for a UPS driver to deliver our crucible candle. It arrived after 5 p.m. and it looks great. Happy to see his face. So I thought that he ordered it like on Amazon or Etsy or something like that, because a lot of people are doing different things for their crucible candle, right? And I'm all, okay, so maybe I should order one on Etsy or Amazon or whatever. And then I says, okay, so tell me, why is everybody so like eager to get their candle right now? Because crucible isn't for another few weeks.
But you gotta have it.
And she said that some people have their crucible candle lit earlier than the crucible. And some people wait for the crucible to start lighting it. That's up to each family, right? And I said, okay, but how do I get the picture of my son so that I can order my candle? You know, I don't know where those pictures are at. So she sends me the link to the website to purchase photo packets that I've already purchased. And I'm like, okay, I have access to their private page. I don't see any pictures of their women in their uniforms. I don't know where else to get this picture at. And she says you would have had to have ordered the candle when you ordered the photo package. And so I went to the website link that she sent me, and the candle itself is $50. And we would have to order it for 3 weeks before the Christmas starts, which we think is now, right?
Come on, dude.
Let's see. Not in a hurry. So to be present, talking.
Okay.
Is the crucible 3 weeks from now or longer?
It's longer than 3 weeks away.
So then I asked Brooklyn, I says, do you believe in candles? And she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like,
She doesn't believe in anything.
I don't know. I said, some people believe that when, you know, the Catholics and stuff, you light a candle for someone, it's like saying a prayer for them. That kind of thing. And I know the whole candle thing with Kyle, they did a whole lot of candle things. Do you know what I mean?
That was Scouts, yeah.
Right, but it's still... Wait.
Camera?
To who? Which one?
The camera?
What camera?
The one that's right there.
The one that got you.
Yeah. That's Scouts. That's they light one for each thing. Continue?
I don't really know what else to say.
I don't know what you were saying to begin with, so
I was just talking about the candle.
I know, and you didn't finish the thought process.
I was just talking to you about what my conversation was with Brooklyn.
But you didn't finish any of that.
She shut me down too, so I'm just gonna keep it to myself right now, okay?
I don't understand what you're saying. You haven't completed a whole thought process.
Maybe you haven't been present with me since I started the conversation. You've been more upset about the driver in front of you, more upset about flipping off the cameras. You don't seem to care about what I was talking about.
Because you're not saying anything. You're so out of what...
And I'm not saying anything more. You clearly don't care about what I was talking about anyway.
I do care. That's why I'm saying shit.
You don't care. Because then you would be involved in the conversation instead of flipping off cameras and caring about the car in front of you.
Talking about the person that just, the whole time we're in the car, they're just on their Facebook.
Right. So maybe I should go back to doing that.
how you have to control me at every moment of time.
I'm not trying to control you.
Yeah, no, it's 100% of what you're trying to do is control me.
I'm not trying to control you. You asked me why I'm not talking. I told you why I'm not talking.
Because you're trying to control me, and you can't control me on that.
I just don't feel like talking to you right now. You're flipping cameras off. You're in an angry mood. You're in a hurry. I don't feel safe in the car. I don't feel like talking right now.
I'm not in a hurry.
You were in so much of a hurry. You had to go around that blue car.
Because we're doing 30 miles an hour.
Do you need to yell at me because you were mad at that blue car?
No, I gotta yell at you because I'm mad at you now because you're fucking telling me I'm doing shit that I didn't do.
I didn't say you can't do it. I said that.
Yeah, you did.
I said I don't feel safe in the car with you, so I don't.
You're telling me that I'm speeding. You're telling me this. You're telling me I'm doing this. I'm not doing any of those things.
I said you were in a hurry.
I wasn't in a hurry.
I didn't say you were speeding. I said you were in such a hurry.
In such a hurry. What? To get to the speed limit?
What's the appropriate thing to say right now? Because I'm just telling you where I'm at. Where I'm at is I don't feel like talking.
Okay. Exactly. Your point is you can't control me and you're mad at me.
No, I'm not.
That's
mad at
100%.
you. I said I don't feel like talking.
You didn't feel like talking before because you couldn't complete a sentence.
Maybe you were distracting me and I didn't feel like talking when you were distracting me. Are you sure it's not you that's trying to control me right now?
No.
Then why does it matter to you so much that I talk to you right now?
I didn't tell you had to talk to me. Did I?
Okay then. So why are you yelling at me?
Because you're telling me that I was doing stuff that I wasn't doing.
I didn't say you were.
Yes, you were. You're in such a hurry. What is that? What is that fucking statement?
You just said you were going 30 miles an hour.
Exactly.
Weren't you in a hurry to go faster than that?
I was wanting to go the speed limit. Yes.
So you were in a hurry.
No, there's not. No, it's not.
Contradicting yourself.
I'm not contradicting myself.
You don't have to yell at me. I'm not yelling
You don't
at
have to tell me that I was in a hurry.
You were in a hurry.
I was not in a hurry.
There's a difference between your relaxed driving and your gotta get going and gotta get out of the lane that you're in hurry. You know you're in a hurry, so don't try to deny it.
I was not in a hurry. I knew that lane was closing.
You also had the guy that was going 30 miles an hour, so stop trying to deny it.
I'm not denying anything. I didn't want to be behind the guy that couldn't go the speed limit. Just because he failed in his driving abilities does have nothing to do with me.
Okay,
so I wanted to get away from there.
I call it in a hurry, which obviously that's wrong, but whatever it is that you just called it, that is why I didn't feel like finishing a sentence. That is the thing I'm accusing you of, is you doing that with that blue car.
Okay. Your thing of trying to control me on how I drive is exactly what I'm saying. You're trying to control the situation.
I am not trying to control.
Yes,
the way
it
you
is.
drive.
It's 100% of how you try to do. It's 100% of what you do all the fucking time.
I just don't feel safe driving and talking
exactly.
at the same time.
The moment you don't feel like you're in control, you feel unsafe and you want to throw everybody else underneath the bus. You do that fucking all the time.
I'm not putting anybody under any bus.
Yes, you are.
Whatever.
You're in a hurry. You're in this. You're in that. You're in this. You're in that. Instead of owning the shit yourself.
Maybe you own your shit. I'm
owning my shit. I was doing nothing fucking wrong.
I don't.
You're the one that
can't. I don't feel like talking. That's all I said. I didn't say, Jim, stop. Jim, do this. Jim, do that. I wasn't controlling.
No, Jim, you're in a hurry.
That's all I said, because that's my perspective. Don't you remember what Gabby told you to do? The next time you're feeling yourself get heated, you're supposed to look at it from your wife's perspective?
Yeah, my wife's perspective. She's trying to control, and she didn't get the controlling situation. Oh, okay, so that's probably what it is.
I'm not trying.
That was exactly what it is.
I am not trying to control you.
Yes, it is.
Can you please take a fucking breath and just calm down? Regulate yourself? Mature up a little bit?
Mature up.
I'm
sure,
just
yes.
telling you how I feel.
Exactly, because you can't control it.
And you are accusing me of trying to control something, and I'm telling you that's not true. And instead of you believing
What was your words? What was exactly all your words that you were saying?
I said I didn't feel safe. I didn't want to talk about it anymore. The very first thing I said is I don't know what to say right now.
Except for the fact that you were saying you were in a hurry, you were doing this, you were in that.
That's me trying to understand your perspective. You're obviously more
No.
about that than my
That's
conversation.
you trying to own it. That is you trying to control me. That wasn't you taking ownership of it.
You asked me why I didn't talk
Exactly.
anymore.
That wasn't you taking ownership of it.
You're being
You don't
ridiculous.
understand taking ownership of shit. That's the fucking problem.
Please stop yelling. I'm not trying to control anything. I'm just telling you my perspective. You asked me why I stopped talking. I told you why I stopped talking.
I didn't ask you why you stopped talking.
Yes, you did. You said, why aren't you saying anything? You said that. You're the one that's not talking. You kept saying that. And I go, because I don't feel like talking.
Because you said I was the one that wasn't.
I said, you're clearly not interested in what I'm saying right now. You're the one that's not saying anything.
Exactly, because you were talking, and then all of a sudden you stopped talking.
And why is that? And I tell you why, and you don't like that. You don't like that answer. You don't get to yell at me and have the music on at the same time.
Another controlling portion.
11 minutes later.
44 houses later.
Right? We've done a lot of door dashing, but none has been this difficult. No. Yeah.
Fine.
Before we go inside, can we talk?
Okay.
Because I'd like to be able to report on Monday to Gabby that we handled this better than our typical pattern.
Okay.
And our typical pattern is to go inside and pretend like nothing's happened.
Okay.
I served the ball. Your turn. Do something different than you normally do. Let's do something more mature than we normally do.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say. You're the one that was mad. You're the one that got this. You're the one this. You're the one this. You're the one that kept telling me I was doing everything wrong.
I'm not mad. I never was mad. I never yelled. I never said I was mad. So, you want to try that again?
You're the one trying to control the situation.
See, that's not the way that Gabby teaches us how to do this. So, do you want to try that again? I said what I needed to say in a strength-based way. Can you say anything in a strength-based way? I said that I really like it when I can talk to you and you're in a relaxed, happy, ready to receive the information type of mood. When I saw that you were trying to get around that blue car and then I saw you flipping off that camera, that told me you were not in a relaxed, ready to listen type of mood. And so I'm like, I don't know what to say. I'm not sure if I can say anything. Maybe I'm just not going to talk right now. And that's all I said. And then you got really upset and defensive and you thought it was a bigger deal than that. And you started yelling. And so I told you what I really felt. And I didn't feel safe talking to you.
You're the one that sat there and...
I just said everything I needed to say and you haven't validated it yet like we learned how to do.
Yes, I hear you're upset, you're mad, I wasn't trying to control anything. Yes, I heard all that.
I didn't say I was mad. I never said I was trying to control anything. Can you try to validate
I did just say that. Did you not listening?
I was
that
not
or is
mad.
that the problem all the time because you don't listen?
You
I
just
said
said
no,
I
I
was
said
mad.
you weren't mad.
Can you validate what I did say, please?
You did say all that.
I didn't say that I said that I like talking. Can you say that?
You like talking to me when you think I'm in control or I don't know what.
You didn't
That was all made up shit after that.
No, it wasn't made up shit. I'm trying to talk.
You made up that I was in this type of mood. That was all made up shit.
That wasn't made up shit. You really did flip off that camera.
I really did flip off the camera.
And you
I wasn't
really-
mad. I was not mad.
I didn't say you were mad. I said you were not in a relaxed state of mind.
You're telling me how I was.
That's what it
Stop
seemed like.
telling me how I am.
That's what
That
it
is the
seemed like to
fucking
me.
problem with everything. You want to control it. You want to control how I am.
I'm not trying to control how you are, but I don't feel like talking to someone who's flipping off the camera and trying to rush around a
I don't feel like
car.
talking to someone that sits there on the phone the whole time.
Okay, so what?
So
We stop
you
talking?
can do this, and I'm supposed to talk to you, but I can't do this and flip a camera off and be the same.
I didn't
No,
say
that's
you
that's
can't.
bullshit.
I didn't say you
That's
can't.
bullshit. That's you trying to control the fucking situation.
I'm not
That is
trying-
100% you trying to control
You're-
everything.
You're not handling this very well, Jim.
No, because you're constantly telling me what I am doing,
Am
and
I?
I didn't do any of that.
Am I?
Yes,
I just
yes,
observed.
100%.
I just observed what you were doing.
No, observing it would be say you are flipping something off.
Yes. I
Okay,
said, why?
but-
Who? What's going on? You told me. Okay, so that's what we're in. Okay, so that's the state of mind we're in right now. I don't feel like talking anymore.
Okay.
That's it. I didn't tell you you couldn't. I didn't tell you anything. I just said I don't feel like talking anymore.
Bullshit. The whole time afterwards, you're like, I don't feel like because you were in a negative mood. No, I was not.
That's what it seems like to me, and I'm allowed to have that opinion. I'm allowed to have my opinion.
I'm allowed to have the opinion that you're fucking controlling me when you're sitting there doing nothing. You're controlling me all the fucking time.
I was doing nothing. I wasn't.
You were
controlling
trying to
you.
control me. You were thinking of manipulative ways to control the situation. And that's what you do when you sit there with Gabby.
You know what? You can have that belief, but whatever. That's not going to help you stay married. So go ahead. What else do you want to say? You want to pretend like none of this happened and walk inside and pretend like we're all fine? Or do you actually want to get to someplace?
You want to get somewhere. I have no idea where the fuck you want to get.
I want to get to a place of understanding on both sides, and that way we can...
There's no understanding when you try to control the situation. When you can try to control the feeling of someone else and tell them how they feel, is not you being open-minded. It's you trying to control the situation. It's you trying to control everything.
Is it possible that my perspective was wrong? That I thought you were in a bad mood? Is that possible? That perspective that I had was wrong?
Then your perspective is not projecting it on everyone else.
Can you answer my question, yes or no? Could it be possible that my perspective that you were angry, flipping off cameras and rushing around blue cars was wrong?
I was not rushing.
No.
No. That is not acceptable.
Jim, I just said
No,
it was my
I did not rush it.
I didn't say you did. I said it was my perspective. I'm asking you a point-blank question. Is it possible that my perspective
I'm not giving
is
you a
wrong?
point-blank answer to that because there was nothing conclusive to what you were saying. I did not do any of that.
Okay, are you trying to say that I was wrong?
You're 3,000% wrong.
Then why not just say yes? It's possible that your perspective is wrong.
You're wrong.
Can you
I'm
say
not
yes,
agreeing.
it's possible?
I am not agreeing with anything that you said because it was wrong.
Jim.
No.
Can you agree that my perspective might be wrong sometimes? You're telling me I'm wrong now. Why can't you say that my perspective might be wrong sometimes? Is it
Your perspective might be wrong most of the time.
Okay. Is it possible that your perspective of me trying to control the situation might be wrong sometimes?
No.
Oh, so you're always always get to be right and I always get to be
You
wrong?
understand the manipulation that you're trying to do there? You're trying to say that what you're saying and telling me I'm doing is a wrong perspective.
I'm saying that you are giving me my perspective and I'm giving you your perspective. But
No. You don't give me my perspective.
Exactly. You have your own
But
perspective.
you try to promote that all the fucking time, telling me what I'm doing.
You're shouting right now, trying to tell me what I think I'm doing. I'm not trying to control you. That's your perspective of the situation. You weren't in a bad mood. That's my perspective of the situation. But that's not going to help us get into a better state of our marriage if we keep telling each other what our own perspectives were of each other.
It's not a perspective of mine. You were trying to control the situation.
I'm not trying to control it. I just noticed that you're flipping cameras off and rushing around blue cars.
I was not rushing around. I was going way below the speed limit.
And when it was time for you to go around the guy...
I went up to 38 miles an hour. Ooh, wow! Oh my God, I'm a speed demon.
It sure felt like you were rushing, and I don't like you yelling at me right now. I've asked you plenty of times to...
Then quit telling me that I'm doing stuff that I was not doing. You need to reframe all the words that you state because they're not what Gabby told you to do.
And And you have to do the same thing. I'm not trying to control the situation. So you get to stop saying that too.
No.
Yes.
If you continue to try to control the situation, I am calling you out on what you are doing.
I'm not controlling the situation by trying to have a conversation about it right now. Correct?
No.
Then
You're still
calm
trying
down.
to. If you do not change the wording on the way you present it, then you're still trying to control the situation.
I'm telling you my perspective.
Then your perspective needs to be your perspective and not entitle me to be in it.
I didn't ask you to be in it.
You rushing around the cars, that's me. That's your perspective and telling me what I'm doing. No.
Can you stop yelling, please?
Can you stop telling me that I'm doing something wrong?
Okay. I'm not going to tell you you're doing anything wrong, but the purpose of us learning how to communicate in marriage therapy is honoring each other's perspectives. Am I not allowed to share with you my perspective?
You are not allowed to tell me what I'm doing wrong.
I never said what you were doing wrong. I shared
You
with
was
you
telling
my
me that I was
perspective.
speeding. You were telling me that I was in a hurry. You were telling me
I was
you need to stop telling
sharing with
me.
you my perspective. You do not have to agree with my perspective. I am allowed to have my perspective, and you do not have to agree
And I don't
with
feel
it.
like I'm yelling. So therefore, my perspective is I'm not yelling. I can do the same thing right there.
What are you doing right now, Jim?
I am not yelling.
What are you doing? Are you building,
I am standing my ground.
Are you building a relationship to be closer together, or are you pushing us further apart?
You're the one pushing us farther apart.
Okay. What do you want to do about it now? Because you don't want to honor my perspective. You don't want to even hear about it. You want to scream and yell at me when I tell you my perspective.
Why do I want to honor your perspective when it's all about me being negative? No, I am not doing that because I did not do any of that. I am tired of being blamed for stuff that I am not doing. I am taking that blame way too much.
And I was calling you out for not being present with my conversation.
I was present with your conversation. I was thinking of the crucible, and I was going through the timeline in my head, and I even said that to say yes. And I even said that afterwards.
I appreciate that you think that you can hold a conversation where you're listening to me and you're also flipping off cameras and stuff. You think that that's perfectly acceptable in your world. I can appreciate that you think that's cool. I didn't feel like talking anymore once I felt that kind of ickiness. That felt icky to me. I didn't feel like talking to that version of you. Similarly to how if I've got my nose in my phone and you're trying to hold a conversation with me and I'm halfway listening, you don't feel like talking to me either. It feels icky. It feels rude. It feels disrespectful. It doesn't feel good. So I'm sorry that I've always made you feel that way, and I don't say sometimes, I say always, because it's true. I might have an issue with being on my phone too much. I'm looking at owning that and being accountable for that and trying to change that behavior. Now, when someone shares their perspective with you and you start screaming and yelling and saying you're being accused, I'm just sharing my perspective. If you can't hold my perspective and your awareness for a second to honor it, not agree with it, but to honor it enough to kind of understand where Crystal's coming from, why she felt like not talking anymore. That's not being aware that you might have a yelling problem, that you might have a defensive problem. You might have a problem with...
I have a defensive problem, I agree. Because everybody around me is always telling me how I'm doing things wrong. And when I know I have not done nothing wrong, yes, I have a yelling problem, an anger problem at that point.
You didn't do anything wrong, Jim, today, until you started yelling at me. That's just flat out wrong.
I can agree with that statement.
You weren't wrong for flipping them off. You weren't wrong for going 38 miles an hour around the car. To me, though, that tells me that I've got to be careful with the type of words I use and how I approach you, because you're in a very fragile state of mind.
I was not in a fragile.
That's my perspective over being with you for 21 years, that any little thing I say to you, you're going to scream at me. Any little thing I say to you, you're going to lose your shit.
Because you put in the perspective that I am doing something. I am not calm. I am not cool. You want to promote your feelings on how I'm doing and what my actions are for myself. And that's not it.
Maybe. And maybe you've gotten better over the years.
And 21 years of that is, yes, boiled over. So
what do you think it does to me, though? 21 years of that makes me on edge, and I think I can predict
because
it pretty well.
That is a problem with you for 21 years. You understand that?
That is your problem with you yelling at me when you're in a.
That is your.
I know when you're in a calm mood, and I know when you
don't. You don't know when I'm in a calm mood.
Whatever.
You don't.
Don't act like I don't know. I can tell.
You're in a bitchy mood all the fucking time. I can tell. You're in a bitchy mood all the time. You want to fucking yell. You come home on Friday night, you seem perfectly fine all week. Friday night, when I want to do something, or if I feel like, this might be a good weekend, maybe I'll tell her this. And you come home and you're in a bitchy mood. And until we go back to work Monday morning.
You know something, Jim? I wasn't attacking you, and you did not have any reason to attack me right now, but that's how you choose to react.
That's exactly what you do.
But that's how you're choosing to react right now. You're choosing to react with defensiveness and anger and attacking and calling me names like a bitch. That's not okay with me.
I didn't call you a bitch.
You just said.
No. You need to fucking learn your language.
You're talking to me disrespectfully, and I don't.
No, I am not talking to you disrespectfully.
You just said.
No. What did I say? What does those words mean? How does the level of everything lay out? It does not.
You yelling at me right now is disrespectful. I am not okay with it. You using words like fucking and bitchy and all those things is disrespectful. I do not appreciate it.
Okay, I don't appreciate anything that you say because it is full of shit. So yeah, am I being appreciative of you right now? No, I'm not. Am I angry right now? Yes, I am. Because my wife keeps telling me how my feelings are and what I am.
I'm not telling you how your feelings are.
Yes, you are.
No.
Your perspective. I don't give a fuck what your perspective is. If your perspective tells me what I am doing, that is wrong.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You need to own your own shit. And that's not.
I do own my shit, Jim. You're not owning yours.
I'm owning mine. Mine is that you are that way all the fucking time.
Because you don't like that I'm not just bowing down to you anymore.
It has nothing to do with you bowing down to me.
Then why don't you talk to me respectfully right now? I'm respecting you.
On telling me what I'm doing. Jim, on how I am wrong. How many things did you do wrong?
I'm telling you what my perspective
is. And I'm telling you exactly what my perspective is.
And
you're fucking wrong on trying to control me all the time. And you tell me where you're not trying to control me. Exactly.
You're just using that because that's all you've got. You've got nothing else to say to me except accuse me of controlling you. I'm not trying to control you. I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm trying to use the skills that we've learned in therapy.
You haven't learned them.
Jim,
you don't own any of that. You don't keep my...
interrupt me. That's not what we've learned. You're supposed to honor my perspective. Even if you don't agree with it, you're supposed to honor it, hold space for it, validate it, try to understand it from my perspective, even if my perspective is wrong.
Your perspective is wrong.
And? Are you going...
I said it.
Are you going to try to understand it?
No, I'm not.
Because you don't want this marriage to work? That's where we're headed.
Because there is nothing...
We don't talk about things because you don't want to talk about things. You don't want to actually have a conversation right now. You want to yell. You want to be mad at me for having a perspective. I get to have a perspective even if you don't agree with it, Jim.
We have drove for an hour. And in that hour, I would say 50 minutes of that has been you telling me how I've been feeling, how I've been doing this, how I've been doing that. You have been negative to me, telling me what I've been saying for 50 minutes.
Jim, I haven't told you anything about how you're feeling. I'm asking you if you want to have a conversation right now.
then your conversation needs to keep me out of it.
Jim,
You need to talk about you.
I am serving the ball, saying this is your chance to do the right thing with what we've learned in the skills. I'm telling you my feelings. I'm giving you my perspective on why I stopped talking. Now it is your turn to do what you've learned in therapy. Otherwise, we're going to go back to our same negative patterns and our relationship isn't growing and improving. I even said my perspective in a strength-based way. I said I like it when you are in a good mood and you are not flipping off cameras and you are not rushing around to get to 38 miles an hour after a blue car is going too slow in your lane. I like it when you're in a state of mind that feels safe. And even though you think that you are fine, I pick up on these little signals that you're not so fine, and I just shut down, and I don't know what to say, and I stop talking, and you can't control me and make me keep talking when you are acting these ways and behaving in these ways. And then you start yelling at me, which is wrong, and you don't want to talk about that, but you did admit that that's wrong, but then you continue to do it. You continue to do it as if you have no control, as if your body is under some spell and you have no control over your own reactions. That's bullshit. You get to treat me with respect regardless on what's going on. Regardless on what somebody is saying to you.
Yes, I do get to control you. Yes, 100%. That's exactly what you're saying. No, I don't do any of that. I have never done any of that.
You get to be in control of your feelings, no matter on what is being said around you. You get to be in control of your reactions, no matter on what somebody is saying around you. You get to...
I will go ahead and just take an Uber home, okay? That way you can be here by yourself, because you're still wanting to control the situation.
I'm not trying to control the
You're
situation.
telling me exactly, your perspective has nothing to do about you. It is 100% about what me, you, me. No, that's not the way it is. That does not give you the permission to tell me everything that I've been doing wrong and then me regurgitate it back to you.
Can you tell?
That's not exactly what Gabby is telling you. And then for me to stand there and be defensive about something, if you said something, hey, I don't like the way you did this. Okay, I'm sorry that you didn't like the way that.
I don't like the way you flipped off the camera when I was in the middle of trying to talk to you. I said that in the very, very beginning of this whole trip.
That has nothing to do with you being able to continue. You sitting there with your phone in your hand like this and talking to me is the same thing. This to you having your phone in your hand is the same thing. It's your perspective. I can take it as a negative just as much as you can take that as a negative. You don't get to choose how.
I don't get to share my perspective. Is that what I'm hearing? Just say yes or no, please.
You don't get to choose, oh, you're in a negative mood.
In my perspective, you're in a negative mood. Do I not get to say that?
In my perspective, you're in a negative mood.
I don't get to say that? I don't get to say that.
No.
So I don't get to say how I feel, right?
That's different.
That's what I was expressing.
Okay.
I said I didn't feel safe, and you mocked me for it.
Okay. Because it's you trying to manipulate the system. And no, that's 100% it. You, just like Brooklyn. She wants to be a victim. Do you understand how that you are? You're trying to play this victim role.
No, I'm not, Jim.
Yes, you are.
Victim role would be crying and saying, "Oh, I'm so scared of Jim right now."
No, because you were trying to manipulate the system.
No,
you're smarter than that. You've been in education.
I'm trying to stay strong right now, Jim. That I'm trying not to internalize your anger as an attack.
Do you understand? My anger is nothing from except for you trying to blame me on everything.
I'm just giving you my perspective, and
my perspective
you're yelling at me.
You need to stop.
You need to stop yelling at me.
Then stop.
I'm done.
You fucking throw an egg on the ground, you expect it not to break?
I shared my perspective. You don't like that I shared my perspective, so you
pick it back up and throw it back at the ground. Then it's going to start, it's going to attack back at you.
I'm getting yelled at you for sharing my perspective. Got it, sir. I won't share my perspective anymore. What else do you want from me right now?
You don't get it.
You don't get it.
I get it. I get it. I get it 100% that you are not taking ownership of it.
You don't take ownership of yelling at me.
I took ownership of yelling at you.
And you
but
still
guess what?
do it as if you
Exactly, because you still do it. You are not taking, and you are pushing me, telling me what I am doing wrong.
What would you like me to say instead? Give me a sentence of what you would like me to say instead. What am I supposed to say? How do I make this right with you, Jim?
You take ownership of... Sorry. I was in a negative mood that you were projecting on me because of the drive. That is 100% of you.
Okay, I'm not going to say that, but I am going to say something else. The last time you and I went to an event for Liz, that memory came to my mind just before we got in the car. We had a really horrible yelling, screaming match fight, if you remember that.
No.
And I have anxiety that you were going to... I'm just telling you my perspective. I have anxiety that you were going to do that again. That was the first thought I had before I got in the truck. Or the car. Wherever we're at.
So you manipulated.
I didn't manipulate it.
Yes, you did. You just said it. You just said it. You are not owning it. You manipulated. You do not see how the negative...
Don't try to force me into saying I manipulated something when I didn't.
You manifested it. You put the projection of how negative you were going to be prior to this even happening.
You don't need to keep yelling. I did exactly what you said. I owned my feelings. I had anxiety before getting into the car with you, reminding me of another time when you screamed your head off at me. But I felt horrible in that situation. I don't feel horrible now. Right now, I'm just like, wait a second. Is this where we want to go with our marriage? Because this is not where I want to go. This is not the reaction.
Apparently, this is exactly where you want to be. You want to know why? Because you allowed that negative thought that was 100% you to project into this one to create that negative vibe on this whole thing to make it a negative experience this time.
Sure. My fault entirely. Let's go ahead and go with that.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, now what? If that's all my fault and I get yelled at and I'm blamed and I'm the one that deserves to be screamed at and everything, now what? Now that you've proven your point that I'm the one at fault, now what? Now I say I'm sorry. Now I say I'm the one to blame. Now I say it's all me. None of you. All me. Is that right?
All except for the yelling. But in turn, you wanted to continue to... And that when you take someone and you push them in a corner and you still start fighting at them and telling them everything they're doing wrong, they're eventually going to fight back. Which I would expect 100% from you, too. Was I wrong for yelling? Yes, I am. Was I defending myself? Yes, I am. Am I being over? No, I'm not. I do not feel, in my perspective, that I am.
We'll have to wait till Monday. Monday to finish this, right? Because I don't know what to say next. Are you punishing me because I don't know how else to say sorry?
I'm not punishing you at all.
You're getting an Uber, right?
Yeah? Because I don't think you want to go inside with me.
I'm not allowed to tell you your feelings, but you're allowed to tell me mine.
Where have I told you your feelings?
You just said I don't want you to go inside with me. You're assuming things. I thought I wasn't allowed to do that to you, but you're allowed to do that to me.
You're right. That was an assumption on my part. I'm sorry.
I listened to your perspective. I thought I validated your perspective. I thought we talked about your perspective. But mine's not allowed to be talked about, so I'm just staying quiet. I'm just staying quiet and I don't know what to say next.
Your perspective has nothing but control.
That's your perspective. That's your assumption. That's your take on
Okay,
it.
so let me see if I understand this right. So my bitchy wife wants to control every fucking thing I do. What I eat, what I say, what I do, where I go, what I sleep, all this. That's my perspective. Now, how was your day? Does that not make you mad? Does not... That's my perspective. No, that's not acceptable. I didn't own it. I didn't talk about my feelings. I talked about your feelings.